Hello, my name is Christopher Hayes, and this is my 1.3 proposal presentation. I chose my fictitious client to be Real Deal Tacos, and I wanted to get started on the goals. So, to bring to life what Real Deal Tacos is looking for, I evaluated many options and outcomes to create exactly what their website needed. First obstacles to be cleared was looking for a comfortable layout to expand into multiple sections in order to fulfill what the client was really looking for. I'm going to be expanding their slogan across the webpage, the best fish in San Diego for real, as well as brainstorming keywords that intricately fits what the business is about to generate impressions, to hopefully bring in more customers through what the website has to offer. Some of the stuff that I thought of was just personal as the web strategist, was to really create a website more off of photos rather than paragraphs to make it more easygoing on the viewer, because maybe the viewer doesn't want to read just everything about the origin story, the employees, why, what we're like the food and such, so I went ahead and I'm basing the website really off of photos, as well as to help to push more of a social media presence to the company, to allow the business owners to have and receive insight, like have access and receive insight and feedback from the customers, because it's all photos and really just little talking here and there. So those are sort of some of the goals that needs to be done, some of the objectives for the site. Some more objectives really was just to revolve around filling the desires of the clients of Real Deal Tacos. I plan to make exceptional work of creating the pages within the website to really help the client fully extend their menu and recipes. So yeah, the photo might be there, as I said, but additionally, it'll come with the exact meats and whatever is in there, so they can really help their customer, look and just help them out, because you never know, like, they could be looking at something and they'd be like, oh, you know what, that looks great, and get it, and they're allergic to something. So they'll be able to hopefully have everything laid out to where they'll be able to fully push the agenda when it comes to their photos. Also, I'm planning to add a section where question and answers are available, and hopefully include like social media widgets and connections to bring the client and customer together. Additionally, this way will hopefully create a balance with the website to be beneficial to both parties, not only the business owners but the customers as well. They'll be able to reach out, give feedback, give the review, and just be able to push the agenda when it comes to Real Deal Tacos. The strategy on how I'm planning to execute this website is to lay out the website by improving off examples that I've currently used from assignment 1.2. I plan to put the budget on the perks of the website rather than the prestige of like, oh, it has a custom domain, so it might not be like the actual Real Deal Tacos, but it'll be something else instead, but it'll still remain on par, because that might be too much money, and I'd rather put that money towards what the website can really offer to both parties. So I'm planning to try Squarespace, and with this, I'll feel like I'll be able to build the website what I'm like looking for. And going back to assignment 1.2, out of the examples I used this website called Lime Tacos. They did an amazing job on their website, using their domain to benefit a new customer curious in their services. I plan to not really steal, but mimic Lime in my own way, basically borrowing the way that they have a few of their columns here and there. and make the information basically disappear and reappear on this page by scrolling up and down, rather than it just being click here, click there. Scroll down, click in these columns to get to from your menu to your About Us, to your menu to contact us. Just make it where it's just scroll down. It could just be easily just done in one fell swoop. Many of my accommodations reside that paragraphs aren't really shown or created in the layouts, but rather, once again, pictures. Plan on, once again, pushing out new content and ways to appeal to the customers and assist their slogan by adding pictures taken professionally, because this company originally took their pictures with just their iPhones. So that's also another perk of not balling out on the website domain, because more money, once again, can go into putting professional pictures on there rather than just to have a awesome domain, like an original domain, but just really terrible pictures, especially since it's picture based. So this choice will greatly help the company, as it could push the customer to believe more in what Real Deal Tacos has to offer, and could make them follow on whatever social platform they choose to promote themselves on. Lastly, I think social media posts should derive of polls or free food giveaways to promote their food. I say this because if they extend their hand to the right people, it create a chain reaction and expand their business exponentially. Also, this gimmick can be used freely, meaning they can do little posting, but when they do, it receives many impressions and feedback. Like, let's say that the website comes out, it's already blowing up. They can receive the feedback from the customers and be like, thank you for your feedback, we'll change this. But then they don't do it again for a while. But then they can decide, okay, you know what, we're going to do a free food giveaway, meet us here, and it'll receive way more business. Or on the other hand, they could post a lot more, receive as much feedback as they want, and steadily keep business going up, and keep changing the way they do things, and always making it always changing and always original and fresh. So that right there is pretty much my recommendations for this business. For my site map outline, planning to once again do the simple scroll down, as little columns as possible. So it's gonna be the homepage. Welcome to Real Deal Tacos, the best fish tacos in San Diego. Little origin story behind it, obviously pictures, and then from there it's just gonna be a scroll down on the what the columns would be if they were there, like the About Us. Click down into your employees, the owners, the location, Google Map, with the obviously postal zip code and whatnot, and it's just gonna flow like that. It just goes down to the menu, and just so on and so on. And that's really my site map and my wireframe in one, because I'm not gonna do columns on this one, or try not to. So that's really what I have. As far as my implementation plan, I was already implementing the social media side of, okay, they could do post polls, but additionally what they could do is they could do events, host maybe a big event for something culturally, like a Day of the Dead, or like just a big event that is celebrated nationwide, and they can show out like 4th of July, any of that. They can just do really big things as far as implementing like event sales and the like. Or they could do where if their follower count gets to a certain milestone, they'll do maybe like some sort of insane, like they'll partake in something insane, like they'll do 5,000 followers. Oh, maybe 50% off for a month or something. Like they could do something to sweeten or connect with their customers in a sense. So that's my implementation plan. And I want to say once again, this is Christopher Hayes. This is my 1.3 proposal presentation, and thank you for listening.